Hi, today we are going to look at one of the most important skills that you need to have in the kitchen. How to hold and handle a knife properly and safely. First of all, we need to secure a chopping board by placing a damp piece of paper underneath. This one will avoid the chopping board from wobbling, making it safe and secure. We need to select a correct knife for the work need to be undertaken. Never use a dull knife. It will just need to put too much pressure and it could just cause an accident. Keep the handle of the knife dry and clean of grease. Wipe handle regularly with a clean cloth. Hold the knife on a secure way. You must use the palm of the hand to choke up on the handle. The thumb and the index finger grip the end of the blade. The thumb is holding the end and the index is wrapping around. This will allow to use efficiently the weight of the knife, allow free movement of your wrist, making the knife an extension of your arm. Use the knife carefully and always concentrate on what you're doing. Work in front of your body. There is no need to twist and turn. The knife action should always be in front of your body and to the other end. This one it will give a natural motion. Never chop up and down. You must always rock, following the blade shape and length, using a gentle motion. The tip of the blade must be kept in contact with the chopping board. This one will give like a secure motion and allow like more precise cuts. The non-knife fingers, they cannot be flat. They must curl like a bear claw. The little finger and the thumb, they're going behind. This one will allow to hold and grip the ingredient to be chopped firmly. The side of the blade rests against the middle knuckle of the non-knife hand. This will give a guide to a motion of the knife and will also allow for you to measure in the size cuts after cut. Do not apply too much pressure on the knife. Blade might slip. Always gentle. Let the blade do the job. To prevent vegetable and fruit slipping on the chopping board, cut them in half first or give them like a flat surface. Then carry on with the desired cut. This is a flat face, nice and firm, as we mentioned earlier, with the finger, and carry on a gentle motion by rocking, slicing. Never leave the knife near to the edge of the counter. The closest to the edge, the closest to the accident. And never try to catch a falling knife, a natural instinct that could lead to a nasty injury by holding a knife by the blade. It's always best to back out of the way. Hold the knife by the handle and point it towards the floor when you're walking or moving. This one will prevent any passing people to be stabbed. Do not carry the knives with other objects. This one again, it will create a very awkward position and lead to nasty accident. Do not use a knife as a can opener. It will destroy the blade and the knife might slip and cut very badly. Do not stab a knife onto the chopping board. as your hand, it might slip down the blade and chopping your finger off. Never use a knife after directly sharpening. Microscopic or metal residual are still present on the blade and therefore contaminate the food. You sharpen your knife, as we mentioned, and we wipe and dry and ready to go again. Taking care of passing knife to another staff member. Never do by the pointing, always by the handle. Do not leave a knife around the working area. Always rack them. They could accidentally be pushed off. Safest and best way to wash your knife, as we shown earlier, is to do it immediately after use. Food will not have a chance to dry it out and become more difficult to wash off. Do not leave knives in the sink. It's dangerous. It is hard to see through water and other objects that obstructing the view. As we show, we use a sponge to clean both sides while we wiping away from you. This is the correct motion for cleaning the knife. Never wash a knife into a dishwasher. Exposure to a high temperature and harsh detergent will make them lose sharpness. We also never have to put them away wet. Once we wash them, we must dry immediately. Knife wet blades, it could lead to rust. Or if we put them wet into a wooden block, the wooden block it will lead to mold. This one it will contaminate the blades with bacteria. Therefore, again, always wash and dry immediately. Finally, once we just correctly wash and dry, we must store them. We never have to store them unprotected. We must store them with the magnetic strips or into the wooden block. Otherwise, the pointy bit could be damaged or even the blade itself could be damaged. Look after yourself, look after your knife. Thank you very much. Bye.